All right. Welcome everybody to a very exciting video. In this one, it is all about the coming update 2.6. It was released just 8 hours ago. Well, for me, it's 8 hours ago. I'm not sure if this is gonna go out tonight, but either way, yesterday perhaps, it was just announced that 2.6 will entail castle level increases, building level increases, technology, troops, etc., and a lot more. So, as you grow, we are getting into a heavy race to get 10 more levels. We're gonna need a ton of resources, a ton of speed ups, possibly a ton of gems and other good stuff. What you want to do is you're probably gonna be wanting to spend. Depending on how much you spend, you grow faster. It's obvious, free to play players can catch up, but it gets you an edge if you spend. Whether you are a light spender, a mid spender, a big spender, or a big hefty whale, there's one golden rule that always applies: spend wisely. I've said it 1,000 times on this channel, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Now, you need to spend wisely, and spending wisely is taking advantage of the campaigns that are going. Right now, Huawei is by far my favorite choice of campaign. It gets me the best discounts. Huawei is still got its spend and earn campaign going. It's the flower one, where you get a flower each time you spend. So 10 euros or $10 gets you flowers, and those flowers in return can be used to redeem a coupon. These coupons at its max, because you want to accumulate them, so 500 of them, and you get a full $100 or euro, depending on your currency, coupon that you can just use as a pure discount. More value, less money spent. It's awesome, it's great, it's a very good campaign. It's been running for a while. Just a flat 20% discount. That's very, very nice. Do bear in mind that you need to be, well, first up, you need to download the game from the AppGallery. Very easy to do. Just check the description in the video down below. All the info's down there. Create a Huawei account, but choose a European country. I believe you might also still have to choose either Netherlands or Italy, but I'm not entirely certain on that one. Either way, go for a European country and it works very well. You can also go Turkey and a few other places, I think. Anyway, another thing that you want to do, especially with Huawei and why Huawei is awesome, is just head on to their Discord, because they have a giveaway section there. And in this giveaway section, they are actually running some very, very impressive campaigns. These are all free to participate in, and you participate in their event. The events change up every now and then, and they give out gift cards, gift coupons. Right now, there's a 10 euro coupon going. That's the price for the latest current event. I think it launched it launched today, which is yesterday. And by the time I edit this, it is definitely going to be yesterday, I think. So that's going to be all new anyway, and you can just hop right on in and participate in that. Earn some free stuff. Most important thing, as always, spend wisely, use campaigns. So, very, very exciting things. They dropped quite a bombshell on us. And I think that while many players have been expecting this update to come and come soon, having it right now and perhaps in the middle of Legion of Frostborn, that is quite a bombshell. Anyway, that is what this video is going to be all about, because we do have the highly anticipated patch 2.6, which will be released on July the 6th. Now, that's in a week and a half. So that's going to be, during most people's Legion of Frostborn. I guess some people will have it done by then, or at least settled by then, but it is going to be open season. The official Facebook post, as you can see here, was released hours ago, and it entails that we are getting for sure building levels, immortal levels, equipment levels. We're actually getting new equipment as well. We're getting dragon levels, we're getting soldier resources, and possibly new soldier tiers that would be in line with what's happened previously, etc. Anyway, this is the official information that's been put out for the purpose of this video. I just want to make it very clear that I don't have any insight or something that anybody doesn't have. All I can do is make educated guesses on what have we seen before and how has Infinity Kingdom developed over the last over 2 years by now. God, is it 2.5? It's 2.5 years now. Anyway, we're gonna be guessing and we're gonna be elaborating on what we know. So, what do we actually know? We know that we are getting buildings, equipment. We're probably going to be getting troop tiers. We do know that building levels are going to increase quite, possibly and plausibly to castle level 60. That is what has been discussed and what is pretty at least likely, especially depending on the already released cap levels for dragons, which will be 60. So I mean, we are probably gonna get castle level 60 and building level 60s as well, going by the how it happened last time. We had an increase from 40 to 50. We actually had 2 troop tiers, or 1.5 depending on how you see it. People called level 45, where you got the next tier, sort of a half a tier, because the upgrade itself was not that big of a deal, but it was upgrading your troops. And then of course the full tier, or depending how you see it, the second tier at level 50. We are probably going to be getting that this time as well. It does leave it lets Infinity Kingdom raise the cost of buildings slightly more to put in an additional troop tier. We're gonna see much more about that, because later in this video I'm gonna go over the costs of getting to castle level 60, or at least what I think will be the resource intensive costs of getting to castle 60 based on previous levels. So we are also getting new technology. That much we know. That was in the notes, that we are getting technology research nodes, new tech to research. Are we also getting Tower of Knowledge passives? Like, are we getting additional tech there? I don't know, but looking at it, I would certainly expect it to. There has not yet been a level increase in the Tower of Knowledge building without also adding new passive abilities. So I think that they are obviously going to be doing that all the way to 60 as well. With what will it be? Have no idea, but it's always very exciting to get new stuff, and especially new Tower of Knowledge skills could potentially be a huge game changer for the game, because many of them are, well, I expect many of them to be able, to be obtainable for everyone as purple crystal costs, under purple crystal costs, and not just restricted to ability stones. I think that they're gonna continue also making new things with ability stones, but I would certainly expect there to be new and awesome passives added just for purple crystals, soul crystals. So from a general perspective, what are you gonna be what should you do for the next week? We have 9 days, 8 days, depending on when this video releases. What are you supposed to do? First up, you need to stack up on resources. This is going to be difficult, seeing as most players are in the middle of a Legion of Frostborn event. That being said, stack up your farms, stack up your alts, make sure that you got proper setups of farming alliances, that just passive tax income is maxed out, all that kind of jazz. We've been through it before. go watch my video on alt farming and farming resources if you are wondering about that kind of thing. Stack up on speedups, try and conserve your universal speedups. Probably going to be using them most efficiently for the new technology, as I fully expect this new level increase to follow the previous, both 1 through 40 as well as 40 through 50, where the by far most efficient growth was spending universals on technology and buildings on buildings. It takes a bit longer to reach max level in building, but you are not going to be finishing technology anytime soon, so I would definitely save it for that. Make sure your alliance has got all the right cities around Norheim, or you will be needing building titles again. That's going to be something new and it's going to be highly sought after. So you're going to need to drop some of the other titles and grab some of those. Otherwise, it's you know what to do. Stack up on speedups, stack up on resources. If you are wondering about alt farming, go watch the video. I'm going to try and put it up in top here. Okay, so back to growth and back to castle level 60 and all the other good stuff. We know that we need to stock up on resources, speed ups, etc. But what should we actually expect? What should we expect castle level 60 to cost us? Like, how much is enough resources? And I'm gonna be frank here. I think that no one is gonna be able to have as much resources right now as you need, or perhaps, unless you have a very large alt farm all stacked to the brink. But it is still gonna cut quite deeply into your resources. Obviously, I don't know what every single castle level is gonna be costing in terms of resources, or timers, or anything like that. What I do know is what castle level 2 through 50 costs, and what the kind of general scheme of how they actually upgrade and increase the requirements each time. So just really quickly, it begins with a quite hefty 150% increase in the total resources required. That obviously drops off quite quickly because having that larger percentage is gonna just grow very, very quickly across so many levels. So the percentage increase per level, the iteration slowly decreases as you grow, but not as much as you might expect until the very latest levels. Also, one should note that around the tier increases, you'll see a huge bump in the requirements. So around when you get close from 19 to 20, from 18 to 19, for instance, the 19 castle level is a lot more expensive and proportionally a lot more expensive than previous levels. That's because you're getting close to a tier increase. As you hit that tier increase, it's also more expensive, and then the increases, the proportional increase, drop again. That happens again on 29 and 30. As you can see highlighted in yellow here, we get some very big increases around the same times as we get new troop tiers. That is not the case for the soft tier around 45. That stayed relatively leveled. Actually, it happened, the big boom happened 42, 43 for some unknown reason. But I think that is perhaps more of a build-up. So you're getting sort of a slower ramp up of 15, 14, 13, and then once you actually hit it, the increases stop and begin slowly dwindling. Now, the later levels are, besides the ones around the soft tier increase, are around 107%. Also, the 49 and the 50, so the last troop, the very last castle, the last troop tier, didn't have a big bump, which is very unusual, but it didn't. And I think the reason why is because a big bump like we've seen previous, it would be incredibly high numbers because we are at this late point, right? It's getting to be 137 million anyway increasing a few percentages is a big deal. But I think technically, even though it's 106 instead of 107, so it is a decrease, I think they were expecting it to begin dropping around here, and they just stopped dropping it instead. But either way, I have done some calculations, saying, okay, I think they're gonna carry on with something in the realm of 106%, so like smaller increases, 6% increases. It's probably gonna drop off a bit, like we see before. It's gonna slowly decrease, and there's potentially gonna be a slight bump around a soft tier increase, 54 to 55, and probably not the big increase, not a bump from 59 to 60 at 60, but instead just maintaining where we're at instead of reducing. Kind of like the same schematic for how they did the 40 through 50. The actual numbering, like, is this 1% off? Is this 2% off? 3 or 4 or 5? I have no idea. This is just my best estimate and my guess. Anyway, this means that all in all, you're going to be needing quite a lot of resources. You can see them summed down there below. It's getting to be pretty astronomical numbers. Just getting castle level 60 costs you 500 million resources all in all. But again, 500 million, it's farmable pretty easy if you have a big enough farm. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, and I think that it is, all things considered, quite likely and perhaps even on the low side. I would not be surprised if they added a few more percentages and kept the costs a bit higher as well. I've been a bit conservative on this one. I do also expect new resource nodes to be released, and as such, these numberings may be a bit off. Anyway, that is just for those of you who are interested, because I know a lot have been asking me, do I know anything? No, I don't know anything, but I will speculate nonetheless. So this is my best guess on how it's gonna look. We don't know anything, we'll just have to wait and see. Mark your calendars, version 2.6 looks to be coming on the 6th of July, sorry. That's gonna be massive, great. Next week is really gonna be an exciting one, just in time for the summer holidays, for many of us anyway. That is all for this video. This video on patch 2.6 that is gonna be coming out very soon. I'm extremely excited for this and look forward to new things being added. I think it's a long time coming, and I do still hold a small candle for the release of a new Legion of Frostborn map, as well as new resources and objectives in there. There was, maybe purely speculation and conjecture, based on previous updates on Facebook, blah blah blah. You can read more about it on the Infinity Kingdom website, but I do hold a small candle for that. But as of now, we know that we are getting buildings, tech, mortal levels, dragon levels, equipment, Well of Eternity, this new resource that we don't really know what to do with yet, but we do kind of know that it's probably for equipment, but who knows. Anyway, this is me signing out. I'm Myrak105. You can find me there. You can find me on Discord. You can find me on the IK Wiki website. You can find me on the official Discord, and you can find me on the Huawei Discord. Wow, that was long. Thank you for watching. Have a great one. See you next week for the epic race. I can't wait to see who's gonna reach castle level 60 first. As always, please do subscribe to the channel. I consistently release new content here on the IK channel and on the official IK Wiki website. Links are in the description. On these channels you can find guides from everything in IK from events to talents, passives, finished builds, and game mechanics. With that, I'm gonna leave you, and as always, thank you for watching, and see you for the next one.